Alright, y'all, I'm gonna get to it because time is of the essence, right? So California, according to what people been telling me, California got a 6 p.m. curfew, Chicago got an 8 p.m. curfew, and New York City got an 11 o'clock curfew, 11 p.m. curfew, right? They saying, only people that should be out in New York City is essential workers. All right, cool. At first, I thought the looting was stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because we about everything's supposed to be about the protest for the Floyd dude and everything. So I'm like, damn, why dudes is robbing Louis Vuitton stores and Gucci stores? That's stupid. All that shit is stupid. And I still feel it's kind of stupid because, I'm not promoting negativity, but I felt, dudes should have robbed stuff that made it count, right? Dudes should have robbed, like, if dudes gonna rob stores like Army and Navy stores that got bow and arrows, tents, sleeping bags, gas masks, rob a bank if you gonna take money, gun stores, shit like that, Home Depots where you can get wood, axes, nail guns, shit that you're gonna be able to use, fire extinguishers and different type of stuff, flashlights and, basically survival shit, right? Niggas is stealing Louis clothes, they running in watch stores and everything, stealing watches and everything. This is the thing about that. Most of them watches have serial numbers. All the watches have serial numbers. So they're going to be tracked and traced. All the money all the money that niggas is taking from like jewelry stores and all them shit's got serial numbers on it. Check this. Some of the money might have been left there is bait to get niggas like marked bills and shit like that, right? You're not gonna be able to pawn none of that jewelry no time soon, right? No time soon. Because now that we got curfew, what comes next for curfew, because remember, they already activated the military due to a lot of the looting and dudes burning cop cars and precincts, right? They let y'all get y'all wreck off. They let dudes get their dual frustration off. Y'all burnt precincts, y'all flip cars, y'all spray painted cars and all that, right? Now they activated National Guards, they activated curfew. So now whoever's outside at late at night still looting, y'all can get clapped. Y'all can get arrested and charged with terrorism, domestic terrorism, anarchy, all type of different shit, right? That's another thing. A lot of the people that was protesting and rioting, y'all was unorganized, right? Y'all ain't study war strategies from like Sun Tzu, Napoleon, Hannibal the Conqueror. Y'all ain't study none of these people war strategies, right? Napoleon had a small army, but he had a stick and move strategy. Even with Vlad the Impaler, when he fought against the Turkish Empire, he was outnumbered by the Turkish Empire because they was the strongest army. You know what I'm saying? So what he did was he practiced stick and move tactics. He would hit the Turks and then disappear, pop back up on another location, hit the Turks and then disappear. And Vlad the Impaler gave the Turks, the Turkish Empire, a good run for their money. Have y'all studied the war with the Battle of Algiers when the French was in Africa and Algeria, and the Muslims, the Arab and African Muslims in Algeria, they defeated the French. And they defeated them with a stick and move tactic. You know what I'm saying? They stayed fluent. Movement is medicine. They was sticking and moving. These people is unorganized. They getting shot with fucking rubber bullets, but inside the rubber bullets is like shrapnel metal or whatever. That shit tearing people up. They gassing niggas, and they spraying niggas with invisible paint, right? Like some type of invisible fluid, right? So now, if y'all not taking showers and washing y'all clothes and y'all ain't in tune with this, when they do start going door to door, now that the curfew is going to soon be 50 states wide, when they do go to door and be scanning niggas, and if your skin light up green or fluorescent red, or, if your skin light up like y'all marked, like y'all got some type of invisible ink on you, like if you was robbing a bank, but that invisible ink got on you because during the riot they was spraying y'all or whatever. When they see that invisible ink on you, they locking you up, right? Not only that, they going to still act like they fake testing y'all for COVID, right? And now, the machines that they gonna be testing y'all for COVID with, them shits might be 9 out of 10 false positive machines. What I mean by false positive is, you know what I'm saying? False negative is you might be 100% healthy, but the shits is gonna say you got the COVID. So that way they can give you the vaccination. And the vaccination is RFID chips or whatever it may be, right? This is all just hypothetically. We ain't gonna say it's fact. I'm just elaborating with y'all because I don't want them to flag this on YouTube or Instagram or none of that, right? We just hypothetically speaking, right? Now, once they vaccinate y'all, it's a wrap. Or say y'all refuse to get vaccinated. They snatch y'all up, take y'all to a FEMA camp or incarcerate y'all, right? For not complying with government rules or whatever it may be, right? This shit is so multi-dimensional. I don't got it all figured out. I don't have all the answers. I just deal with critical thinking skills and my mind. I always try to see. When I see locks, I always try to think of keys to open the locks. When I see sicknesses, I always think about cures. When I see problems, I always think about solutions. So in order to come up with a solution, you must first know the problem. So I'm looking at all this shit what people doing, right? You know what I'm saying? There's already footage. National Guards making niggas get in their house. They hitting niggas with all type of ratchets and everything, right? I'm gonna tell y'all another thing y'all don't do. Y'all don't practice rooftop etiquette. And rooftop etiquette is this. If they never see nobody on the streets, right? Because it ain't no helicopters flying around New York City right now or in certain states, right? But if people are secretly on the roofs of their building and y'all watching and y'all monitoring the city and y'all communicating on roofs, right? Y'all communicate through flashlights. Y'all gotta know flashlight signals, how to flash y'all lights. So basically it's Morse codes with the flashlights. Y'all gotta know communication, different flashlight signals, and how to communicate with each other. Then y'all should go on YouTube and watch the tutorial example of how they was how the protesters was doing in China when they was organized with the umbrellas. They had the fluorescent lights to block out the face recognition cameras and the spray painting the cameras and all that. I'm not saying y'all should do this, but if y'all feel threatened and y'all feel y'all life is in danger or whatever y'all going through in y'all mind, y'all should implement structured movements and y'all gotta be organized. I told y'all this before. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm practicing the evasive tactic. So the evasive tactic is you can't kill what you can't see. I'm staying out the way, right? People like, oh, you ain't riding, you ain't doing that, you ain't looting. No, I'm not wasting my energy on sucker shit because I know a lot of people is unorganized. I'm not gonna go downtown and be wilding with y'all and while niggas is running in jewelry stores and shit like that and y'all get jammed up and I get clunked in the head and I just went down there for a whole nother sincere purpose, right? And I know y'all unorganized. Then I'm gonna tell you another thing that's bigger than that. A lot of y'all is being infiltrated by agitators and provocatives. And what I mean by agitators and provocatives is this. You got groups like Antifa. Antifa is anti-Nazi, anti-fascism, fascism, whatever you want to call it. Antifa is anybody who sort of destroys our amendment rights, right? Then you got other anarchy groups, Nazi groups, and all these people, they blending in. They're a little more war structured. They read war structured books. They have war classes and stuff like that, right? So now they blending in with the protesters, act like they marching with y'all, but then they got their little bracelets or whatever that where they can identify themselves or their little gear where they know each other. They recognizing each other during the crowd. The black people ain't in tune with this because they just doing whatever they doing, right? So now, and people write the BLM on the walls, the Black Lives Matter, that's a Pacific. When you see white people writing that BLM on the wall, Black Lives Matter, that's a Pacific group, and they using a war tactic. They acting like they down with black people and they on your side, and they seizing this moment to write Black Lives Matter, and people thinking, oh, black people are spray painting this shit, but really it's this group with a hidden agenda, right? And in a way they is helping us because they're putting in work too, but that's a whole nother story, right? And then you have the people that's writing the ACAB on the cars, right? All cops are bastards. That's a whole nother group. Some people saying it's Antifa, some people saying it's anarchy groups. So I gotta know about that too. Then it's federal agents, Homeland Security, CIA niggas and all that hiding right amongst y'all in plain clothes. And they identifying themselves with like little bandanas. They all might have the same color bandana wrapped around their bicep or wrapped around their ankle, or they might have a certain type of color code or bracelet on, and they know how to recognize each other. Some of them is so deep cover, the cops ain't recognizing them or knowing that they out there, and the cops is arresting them, and then they seeing their ID and like, oh shit, these niggas is one of us or whatever. They just showed them run down on a black dude, and he was a federal agent. So this shit is real deep. This shit is multi-dimensional. Part 2 coming soon. I gotta log over so I can stay under 10 minutes. Iron.